Okay. Okay, come to the point. So there are some programming languages which are available here. One is JavaScript, one is a Python, one is a Go, one is a Java, one is a Kotlin, one is a PHP, one is a C Sharp, one is a Swift. See, there are many other programming languages. JavaScript is a most popular language in 2023. A lot of jobs which are going to be available on JavaScript. Why? Because of JavaScript have libraries, number of libraries. Let me explain what are the different libraries for JavaScript. JavaScript, I'm searching for JavaScript libraries. Libraries in, yeah, libraries list. Let me go with the libraries and frameworks. Okay, so can you see and observe? Can you see and observe what are the different kind of frameworks and libraries which are going to be available? Can you see what are the different images you can see here? Angular is there, Bootstrap is there, Next.js is there, jQuery is there, Meter is there, Gatsby is there, Slatey is there, Processing.js is there, Express.js is there. Okay, can we go with the list of these? Okay, can you see the most popular JavaScript libraries? jQuery, yeah, then React.js, then D3.js, then _JS, then Lodash, Algolia places. See, animate on scroll. There are multiple chart.js, Clive.js. There are multiple libraries which are going to be available, which are related to the JavaScript. Okay, let me write down some list of JavaScript libraries and all. Can I go with the libraries here? JavaScript libraries. Most JavaScript is, why JavaScript is popular? JavaScript is popular or trending programming language in the world. So why I'm saying this word? Why? Because of what is the strength of JavaScript? JavaScript have 40 plus libraries and frameworks. Libraries and frameworks for develop multiple kind of applications. Multiple kind of applications. See, what are the different kind of libraries? One is jQuery. jQuery is front-end library. One is React. React is also front-end library. One is Angular. Angular also front-end library. One is Next.js. Next.js is server side. And one is Node.js. Very, very popular. Node.js is very, very popular. Node.js also server side. One is Express, server side. Based on Node. Works with Node. Yes. And one is Ext.js. One is Ember.js. One is Meter.js. One is Ext.js already written. One is the Knockout.js. Knockout.js. See, like this, there are multiple JavaScript libraries which are going to be available. Libraries are frameworks. Every library have their own functioning, unique functionality, their own unique uses. But comparing to the Angular, React, Node, Angular, React, and Vue.js. One more is Vue.js. I forgot about it. Vue.js. It is also a front-end language. Comparing to React, Angular, Vue, React is good. React have more and more features than Angular and Vue. With React, you can able to develop a single page application very user friendly and with lightweight components and all, because it is going to be using a virtual DOM concept. Yeah, that is good for that. And going forward, what kind of applications you can able to develop using with JavaScript? Kind of applications. What kind of applications you can able to develop using by JavaScript? You can develop web application. You can develop desktop applications. You can develop blockchain applications. You can develop full stack applications. You can develop mobile applications. You can develop artificial intelligence applications. You can develop gaming applications. See, what not? You can develop multiple kind of IT applications. Like web application is information technology, desktop application is information technology, blockchain is information technology, full stack is information technology, mobile application is information technology, artificial intelligence is information technology, gaming application is information technology, IT. See, this JavaScript is basically targeting IT in 2023. That is the why reason it is a top #1 programming and trending programming language in the world. See, blockchain applications very famous with Node.js. Using by Node.js and W3.js, blockchain applications are developing. And mobile applications. In mobile application category, there are multiple things. One is called React Native. React Native is very popular. With React.js, first of all, you need to understand React.js, then only React Native will be there. And with React Native, you can develop a hybrid mobile application. It compatible both iOS and Android device at the same time. You can able to develop a mobile application for both iOS and Android at the same time. Single code base, 2 deployments. Deploy to iOS, IPA file, deploy to Android, APK file. Both files you can able to develop at same time. The name is called hybrid mobile application development. Hybrid application mobile development possible by React Native, but that React Native based on React based on JavaScript. See, for example, I just want to I want to learn a mobile application development. If I want to learn a mobile application development, yes, I can go for React Native. If I want to go for React Native, first React.js knowledge is required. React.js, if I want to learn React.js, first JavaScript knowledge is required. If I want to learn JavaScript, first of all, HTML, CSS knowledge required. Got my point? See, everything is something like a chaining process. If you done something, then go for something. If you done something, then go for something. This is something like a learning process. End-to-end learning process. You can able to develop web and mobile, both possible by the JavaScript. Now, maybe in your future, your resume will be mobile and web also. If you have time, you can learn both and keep your resume. I was a mobile developer, I was a web developer. I did a simple coffee shop application for the web, and I did some coffee shop application for the Android and iOS also. That kind of showcase we need to show for the resume. See, the core programming language is JavaScript. That's why I'm telling number of times JavaScript is important. Learn JavaScript very quickly. At the same time, with your heart and soul. Keep your heart and soul with the JavaScript. After learning something in HTML and CSS, Just be focused, more and more focus on JavaScript now. Today onwards, every class is very, very important. It means HTML, CSS is not important, not like that. HTML, CSS is base of JavaScript. If you know HTML, CSS very, very well, then only JavaScript you can understand. Otherwise, JavaScript you can't able to understand. Everything is interrelated. Everything is interrelated. Okay. So let me open Paint again. So we already know something in HTML, right? We already know something in HTML. HTML is basically designing a web page. We can design a web page using by HTML. On top of HTML, we are already working on CSS. We did some different kind of works with CSS. What CSS can do? CSS can provide some styles. CSS can provide decorations. CSS can provide some cosmetic changes on web page. HTML is skeleton. On top of the skeleton, we are applying CSS. On top of the CSS, we are actually giving JavaScript now. When we provide JavaScript for this HTML and CSS, then this page is a live page. This page is a live page. What is a live? I can able to send some request from my web page. I can able to take a response to my web page. See, very beginning day, I given some two words. One is the static web page, one is the dynamic web page. What is the static web page? What is the dynamic web page? Now I want to discuss about these two things. What is the static web page? What is the dynamic web page? Static web
page consists of only HTML and CSS.
Exactly. So this consists of HTML and CSS. That's it. This is a dummy page. This is not interacted. This is not interactive. It will not take any input from the user. It will not take any input from the user. It can't able to send any request to the server, and it cannot able to receive any response from the server. It is not listening to you. But dynamic web page listening to you. Dynamic web page is listening to you, and dynamic web page is something like it consists of what? It consists of what? It consists of dynamic web page consists of what?
HTML, CSS, and JavaScript.
HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Server side, C, and database. See, this is dynamic web page. Dynamic web page consists of a lot of things. Okay, let me go with the dynamic web page only. I'm talking about web page. Web page means JavaScript. Yes, dynamic web page. Dynamic application is different. Dynamic web page is different. What is dynamic application? Dynamic web application. See, I want to write out this one also. Dynamic web application. Dynamic web application. See, what dynamic web application? An application which is listening to you, which is responding to you, which is taking input from the user. Okay, now tell me, what are the different kind of technical things which consists of HTML, CSS, some JS library, whatever it may be. JavaScript, if I am trying to writing some JavaScript means it may be an Angular, it may be a React, it may be a jQuery, it may be a Vue.js, whatever it may be. Okay, so it consists of
server.
Consists of server side. Server side. It may be a Java, it may be a .NET, it may be a C#, or it may be a Python, it may be a PHP. Okay, so whatever it may be a Node.js. And it consists of database. Yes or no?
Yes.
It consists of database. What kind of databases? Okay, so maybe it may be a SQL, it may be a MySQL, it may be a Oracle, it may be a MongoDB. Okay, so this is what actually about a dynamic web application. So now you may got to understand what is the difference between the static web page and dynamic web page, and what is the difference between the dynamic web page and dynamic web application. Now, I am talking about JavaScript here. When you know HTML properly, then you can go for CSS, overlap with CSS. If you know HTML, CSS properly, then you can work with a JavaScript. When you know HTML and CSS properly, then you can go for JavaScript. CSS depends on HTML. JavaScript depends on HTML and CSS. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
CSS depends on HTML. Why? Because if you want to write some CSS syntax, definitely I need to write .html file first. If I want to write some JavaScript, I need to have some HTML file first. I need to manipulate some colors. I need to manipulate some animations. With JavaScript, I need to change some colors when I hover on the button. When I hover on the image size bigger. When I hover on the image need to be flipped. These kind of operations can perform using by hover. Hover is JavaScript. Changing animation is CSS. See, I can able to do work with different kind of manipulations. DOM manipulations, CMM, SOM manipulations, BOM manipulations, BOM, BOM manipulations. There are multiple kind of technical words will come in further classes. I will explain each and everything in detail. That is not an issue. Okay, so if I want to work with a Bootstrap, for example, if I want to work with a React.js or Bootstrap or Angular, whatever it may be. See, all these libraries are basically here on top of JavaScript. For example, I want to work with jQuery. I want to work with the Bootstrap. I want to make my web page responsive. I want to create my web page as a single page application. Then I need to write a React.js code. But if you know JavaScript very well, then only you can able to work on jQuery. Then only you can able to work on Bootstrap. Then only you can able to work on React. Then only you can able to work on Angular. Then only you can able to work on Vue.js. Got my point? So all these libraries or frameworks depends on JavaScript. Okay, so now this is the path. This is the one more path. If you want to work with the React.js, for example, what is the path for the React.js from here to here? From here to here, definitely. If you want to learn React.js, first of all, you need to understand JavaScript very, very well. Then only you can work with React.js. This is my path. No, sir, this is completely web application development process. Till now, whatever we discussed, this diagram is completely according to the web application development. A dynamic web application or full stack web application. This is about no. This is actually web application. Okay, it maybe have some server side, it maybe have some databases. That is a different point. Web application front end part. I'm talking about web application front end. No, sir, I want to learn mobile application front end also. See, some people are asking, sir, I want to learn a mobile application front end also. Then this is the mobile application front end. What is mobile application front end? This much. This green color one is the mobile application front end. Okay, what is mobile application front end library? I already told you. See, some front end called Ionic, some front end called React Native. So these two are the libraries or frameworks for mobile app development. Okay, if you want to go for mobile application development, let me draw the line. The green color line, whatever the green color line I'm writing here, that green color line is actually related to the mobile application front end. Okay, now tell me, if anybody want to learn mobile app front end, what is the important one before that? Suppose I want to learn a React Native, sir. I want to learn React Native. Which one is the first one? You need to understand. This is the path basically for the mobile application frontend. This is the path for the mobile application frontend. If you want to learn React Native, which one is the first one you need to learn?
React.js.
React.js. If you want to learn React.js, which is the first programming language you need to learn?
JavaScript.
JavaScript. If you want to learn JavaScript, HTML and CSS. HTML is the first important thing. Then CSS. CSS for stylings and all decorations, different kind of things. JavaScript is basically for interactions, interactives. And React.js depends on JavaScript for the single page application development. Front end is over. But I want to go with the mobile front end also. Then you have to go with the React Native. But all these things communicating with a database. See, this is just basically I'm talking about front end. But this front end or this front end, both are need to connect with what? Both are need to connect with what? Some sort of server, right? Some sort of server and database. See, that is important. If you want to go with the full stack web and mobile, some server side you need to understand. Some server side programming you need to understand. Some database also you need to understand. These things also very, very important to learn a complete application. End-to-end application. But here this, what is this? Eclipse diagram, I draw a blue color and green color. Blue color one is web application front end. Green color one is mobile application front end. And this brown color one is something like a server side or database. There are multiple technologies are there in server side and databases that we will see later. But first of all, you need to understand complete front end part. You good in front end, then we will discuss some back end also. We do one simple application also with combination of these two and combination of both. Is it clear, sir? Everybody? So let me save the diagram. So something like architecture, front end. Image got saved. Let's go with things. Okay, kind of applications I already told you. Okay, let me show one application using by the JavaScript. A kind of this one React. Let me show React Native. What React Native is. I just want to explore the libraries frameworks. So what React Native is. Can you see and observe what React Native is here? Learn one, write anywhere. Learn one, write anywhere. So what kind of application you can able to work with React Native? Create React Native apps for Android, iOS, and more using by the React. Written in JavaScript rendering React Native code. React Native combines the best parts of native development with React. Best classes in JavaScript library. Can you see, observe this line? Can you see, observe this line? So what is this line? What is this line? Just try to observe this line. Try to observe this line. See, why I'm telling all these things, sir? Because of, I just want to explore according to the JavaScript first of all. Why JavaScript we are learning is very, very important. Why JavaScript we need to learn is very, very important. React Native combines the best parts of the native development with React, a best-in-class JavaScript library for building user interfaces. Can you see and observe? Can you see and observe why JavaScript is mandatory? Why JavaScript is mandatory? JavaScript is mandatory to develop a mobile application also. And one more thing I will show, not only React Native. I'll show blockchain app, JavaScript. Let me search for blockchain app JavaScript. Creating blockchain as blockchain. We go with things. JavaScript library for blockchain. Search like this. JavaScript libraries for blockchain. So now you can see where JavaScript can be utilized. I just stopped searching here. JavaScript libraries for what? Where I can use JavaScript in real world. You can use for UI. You can use for animations. You can use for web development. You can use for front-end. You can use for charts and graphs. You can use for game development. You can use for machine learning. Machine learning is AI. And you can use for backend. You can use for visualization. You can use for graphs. You got to understand where JavaScript libraries are basically using for. What JavaScript frameworks are using for. Okay, frameworks for game development, automation testing, desktop applications, backend web development. Now framework came into the picture. Node.js is a framework. Mobile application development, front-end, backend, automation. See, JavaScript is everywhere, sir. JavaScript is everywhere. You learn JavaScript, definitely jobs are available. Now, clear this one? Okay, I'm searching for basically JavaScript for libraries basically for blockchain. So blockchain application development is very, very famous nowadays. Okay, the top popular Node.js blockchain frameworks for building application. That one is Ethereum, one is Hyperledger Fabric, one is Near Portal, one is Hedona Hashgraph, one is the Stellar, one is Polkadot, one is the Binance Chain. Ethereum is very, very famous basically. Okay. Which JavaScript is used for blockchain? W3.js. I already told you, W3.js. This is very, very famous. This is very, very famous and high-paying job also. High-paying jobs also coming with this. High-paying jobs are coming with this. W3.js. W3.js. This is the official website for the W3.js. Official website for the W3.js. This is something like API that you can able to work with a blockchain development. It's a bigger one. It will take near to 3 months time. Bigger one. Okay, no issues. Let's come to the JavaScript. I'm not talking all things, but you got to understand why JavaScript is required for and where JavaScript is using in real world. Where JavaScript is used in the real world. Please explain me about JavaScript libraries here. Where JavaScript is using in the real world, sir? Tell me. Anybody? In which kind of development JavaScript is using for?
Web application.
Yes. Next.
Server side.
Web page.
Yes. Good.
Full stack application.
Yes. Desktop applications, blockchain applications, full stack applications, mobile applications, artificial intelligence, gaming, animations, charts, what not? Animations, charts and graphs. Next, visualizations. Next, automation testing. 2D, 3D. Sorry. Animations are 2D, 3D only. Okay. No need to write again and again. (2D, 3D). See, something like this. There are multiple ways you can use JavaScript in real world. But now, very important thing: how to write JavaScript For what? For HTML. How to write JavaScript for HTML? There are multiple ways. The one is inline JavaScript. You can write inline JavaScript here. And you can write internal JavaScript, same like CSS. Internal JavaScript. You can write external JavaScript. And we can write browser console. Browser console is basically only practice purpose, where you can do practice with. And JavaScript can be written with online editors. Online editors also. You can learn JavaScript anywhere. So let's see where JavaScript is working with JavaScript console. Browser console means JavaScript console. Every browser have some console. Console window is available for every browser. If I launch some browser, that browser have some console window. There I can able to write JavaScript. Let me open a browser, any browser. Let me open with google.com. I am just launched google.com here. Right click on this browser, right click on Google page. Right click on Google page. Go to inspector. Last option, inspector. This is the inspector here. Go to the console window. Okay, so here we will be having a lot of things. To clear all the console. Where is the clear option? Okay, I want to see what about 2 plus 3. I want to see what is 2 plus 3. What is the output of this? I want to store some name is equal to Srinivas. See, what is happening? What is happening? Name is equal to Srinivas. Name is a variable name. Srinivas is the value. Name is the variable name. Srinivas is the value. So now I want to check about the name. I'm just asking to the browser which value got stored in the name. Hey browser, please tell me what about name. Enter. What is name now? See, initially I got stored some value into the name. Now I am asking, hey browser, please tell me what is the name. First of all, I am storing the value into the name. Then I am asking, what is the name? Sir, try to understand. This is simple concept. Any programming language you take, storing variables is very simple. Variable is a container. In this container, first of all, I am pouring the value. I am pouring the value. Some value I am pouring. This is the identifier. Variable name is something like identifier. Python. Python we can call it as identifier. Identifier, not ID. Identifier. So now I'm asking identifier. What is the identifier? What is identifier? I'm asking identifier question mark. When I'm asking identifier, what is the value of this identifier is? It will give the V. V is the value. So here in this, you try to observe what I'm trying to doing is. Observe what I'm trying to doing is. Okay, so first underscore number. First number is equal to 10. Now, second number is equal to 23. Okay. Now, I am taking full number or addition or summation. I want to see the summation. Summation is equal to first number plus second number. Okay. Now tell me what is the output of summation? Tell me what is the output of summation? Sir, what is the output of summation? Summation is equal to what? First num plus Second num.
number
What is
plus
the first
second
num?
number.
First num already
33.
stored with 10. Second num already stored with 23. Summation is 33. Summation is 33. Okay, so this time first num 1. This time first num is equal to 10. Last num is equal to same 23. Now summation, again summation. Summation is equal to first num plus last num. Guess what is the output of this? Guess. I'm not clicking enter button.
23.
1023. 1023. This time here it is a string. Here it is a string data type. This is a string data type. Single quotes or double quotes whenever you given for a number, that is called a string data type. String plus number, first priority always goes for string. String plus number is a string. String plus number is a string, but it is not actually working with arithmetic operator. Plus is the symbol, sometime working as an arithmetic operator, sometime it is working as a concatenation operator. See, I'm not going depth in JavaScript today. No worries. Tomorrow onwards, we will discuss a lot of things from JavaScript. Okay. Tomorrow, I'll take a number of examples in JavaScript. Tomorrow onwards, number of examples, number of programs we will do on JavaScript concepts. Today, you try to explore, open a browser, right click on browser. You try to do some arithmetic operators. You try to do some arithmetic calculator. Some calculations you can perform. There are multiple calculations are there. You can perform lot of calculations using by JavaScript, and you try to create some variables, your name, your friends' names, your different kind of names. Just try to store some values into the variables and print out all these things. You try to just free your hands with inspector console. Free your hands with inspector consoles today. Tomorrow onwards, I'll use a Visual Studio Code, and we will write a lot of programs on JavaScript. Okay, so within 2 or 3 days, I will provide a curriculum of JavaScript also, what we are going to be covering in this particular JavaScript session. And we will go through the same curriculum till end of the class. But I will explain JavaScript in a very easiest manner, very clear manner. This is not a rocket science. This is not a big deal. Very simple. Believe me, very simple. Okay, I'll upload the recorded sessions. You just follow that. Bye for today. Signing off.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much.
Have a good day.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.